The night always seems the quietest, right before a man finally decides to change his life. And as you listen now, something inside you already knows that shift has begun. This isn't just another video, another piece of advice, or another hit of digital motivation. This is the moment your entire blueprint begins rewiring itself. Hold on, before we unlock the real power of semen retention, hit that subscribe button and join our Telegram channel, link in description. We drop daily wisdom, success tools, and energy secrets only shared there. Don't watch from the sidelines, become part of the movement. There is a reason you're still here, a reason you didn't click away, a reason your chest feels a slight pressure as you listen. You're sensing something ancient waking up, something you've ignored for too long, something powerful enough to rewrite your destiny if you let it. The journey you're about to walk through isn't mainstream self-help. This is the underground corridor of masculinity. The hidden staircase your ancestors climbed without books, without coaches, without online gurus. They relied on instinct, and that instinct still lives in you, waiting for your yes. You've been trained to waste your energy, scatter your focus, give away your strength like it's nothing. But your biology hasn't changed. Your instincts haven't changed. Your primal intelligence hasn't changed. What has changed is the world around you. A world trying to convince you to abandon the very essence that once made men unstoppable. Deep down, you know you haven't been operating at your real capacity. Deep down, you know you've been leaking energy literally and spiritually. And deep down, you know something is calling you back home, back to the version of you that stands tall without trying, that speaks without forcing, that attracts without chasing. Semen retention is that call, not as a trend, not as a temporary challenge, but as a core strategy for reclaiming the power you've been robbed of. And as you keep listening, you'll feel the truth in that more intensely than ever before. Your body has a language, your energy has a message. And women read that message instantly. They sense when your tank is empty, when you're drained, when your focus has been siphoned off by mindless habits. They also sense when a man walks with stored energy, when he has discipline instead of desperation, when he carries the weight of inner fire instead of the dust of outer craving. This isn't mystical. This is biology. This is primal coding. This is the energetic broadcast you emit with every step. And right now, you're learning how to turn that broadcast back on. Before we move deeper, imagine something with me. Imagine walking into a room and people turn to look without knowing why. Imagine a woman locking eyes with you and feeling something she can't articulate. Something magnetic, something ancient. Imagine not chasing approval because you've become the source of your own. This is what happens when a man retains. This is what happens when he conserves instead of collapses. And this is what happens when he finally stops letting pleasure steal his purpose. The first 500 words of your transformation start here, and the remaining thousands will guide you deeper, layer by layer, into the mind, body, and spirit of a fully charged man. Now, let's move deeper into the engine behind this power. Retention isn't about denial, it's about direction. The energy you're conserving is literally the most concentrated form of life force your body produces. It's not symbolic, it's biological capital, and every release is a financial withdrawal from your internal power bank. Ancient systems understood this long before science could measure hormonal and neurological impact. They saw semen as stored creativity, stored vitality, stored leadership, stored clarity. And when you hold it, you don't just keep something, you cultivate something. Your posture changes, your voice thickens, your mind sharpens, your eyes gain that unmistakable spark. Women notice this immediately because their biology evolved to recognize it long before language existed. A retained man doesn't move fast. He moves intentionally. He doesn't speak loudly. He speaks decisively. He doesn't chase validation. He becomes the environment where validation naturally arrives. When you retain, you communicate abundance without saying a word because your body knows it is full. And fullness is irresistible. Retention is not about suppression of desire. It's transmutation, turning that primal drive into fuel for your mission. It sharpens your work ethic. It aligns your internal compass. It creates discipline where chaos once lived. Now, let me tell you a story that shows how real this transformation becomes when put into practice. There was a man, restless, unfocused, drained. He chased pleasure because he feared stillness. He chased women because he feared himself. And every time he released, he felt less like a man and more like a ghost wearing a man's body. One day, he stopped. Not out of inspiration, but out of exhaustion. His life felt empty, so he decided to stop emptying himself. The first week changed his energy. The second week changed his posture. The third week changed his presence. Women began looking at him differently. Not because he looked different, but because his energy finally matched the power he always had buried. There was one woman who felt at strongest a quiet magnetism she couldn't ignore. She approached him, not because he was charming, but because he was centered, and for the first time in his life, he didn't chase, he didn't rush, he didn't collapse into neediness, he operated from fullness. Their story didn't begin with lust, it began with gravity. His gravity retention gave him the love he always wanted, not because he learned tricks, but because he became the type of man she could trust, respect, and desire on a biological level. This is the hidden truth. Women don't fall in love with empty men. They fall in love with charged men, grounded men, present men. Men who hold, not leak. Every day you retain, you train your nervous system to operate from power instead of panic. You develop internal leadership. You build an aura that others feel before you speak. People treat you differently because you treat yourself differently. You respect your energy, so others start respecting it too. This is how social hierarchies shift without confrontation. Retention amplifies your intuition. It strengthens your emotional stability. It wakes up the part of you that moves with purpose instead of impulse. And that shift is rare in the modern world, which is why it becomes instantly valuable. The modern world distracts, drains, and weakens men. It tells them to consume endlessly but create nothing. Retention breaks that cycle by converting lust into ambition, fantasy into discipline, escapism into evolution. You're not becoming a monk, you're becoming a weapon aimed at your purpose, your legacy, your future, and the world notices. Women notice. Life notices. A retained man operates with a calm certainty that cannot be faked. He no longer seeks approval because his body is flooded with internal validation. His presence speaks long before his words arrive. This is the unspoken call, the silent signal that only other humans with tuned instincts can sense. The call that says, I am full, I am centered, I am dangerous in the best way. Your transformation continues with every day you hold. Your body recalibrates. Your confidence becomes second nature. Your eyes gain that electric shine of focus. This isn't placebo. This is chemistry. Retention builds the internal scaffolding needed for greatness. It teaches you to master yourself before attempting to master anything else. It reminds you that true masculinity isn't aggression, it's containment, controlled fire, directed force. And when you carry that, women don't just notice. They gravitate. They lean in. They feel safe and excited at the same time. The blend of danger and stability they're genetically wired to seek. You are becoming that man now. You are walking that path. And every day you hold, you move further away from the version of you that felt lost, weak, or scattered. Retention is not a hack. It's a return to form. A return to the blueprint of powerful men throughout history. Your energy is your inheritance, and you are reclaiming it. The transformation doesn't require perfection, only persistence. Some days you'll feel powerful. Some days you'll feel tempted. But every day you choose retention is a day you invest in your future self. You're not suppressing anything. You're storing power for the right moments. You're letting pressure build so it can launch you forward instead of leaking you dry. This discipline creates a level of masculine magnetism that no colon, no gym routine, no haircut, and no social trick can replicate. It radiates from the deepest part of your being. As you retain, your clarity strengthens. Your drive amplifies. Your emotional control stabilizes, and your presence becomes something people feel in their bones. If this video gave you real value, tap the thanks button. Your support helps me keep creating deeper content like this. Every thanks is a spark that keeps this mission alive. Your support means more than you know. Retention transforms you from the inside out, and the world responds accordingly. This is the path to the man you were always meant to be. A man who doesn't chase love, but attracts it. A man who doesn't beg for attention, but commands it. A man who doesn't collapse under temptation, but channels it. Your power is no longer slipping through your fingers. You're holding it, you're building it, you're becoming it. And the world, including the woman meant for you, will feel the shift. Retention isn't a choice, it's a rebirth. Your discipline starts now. Your transformation has already begun. Your destiny is waiting for you to keep going. Type Señor in comments if you also want to achieve your love through retention journey. Start your seed energy step now.